So this is more of like an introductory video to natural estrogens and progestins. Okay, where we'll get to talk about the concept of natural estrogens and progestins and all of that. Okay, so we said that biological important natural estrogens and progestins include things like what? Estradiol, estrone, estriol, and progesterone. Okay, so those are the important natural estrogens. We have synthetic estrogens, then we have synthetic progestins too. So for estradiol 17 beta is actually the most potent estrogen that is found naturally in women. So estrone is 1/10 as biological active as estradiol, and estriol is the weakest of the three of them. Okay, so this estriol is what synthesized by the placenta and is excreted at high levels in the urine of pregnant women. Progesterone is the most important naturally occurring progestin. All right. So ovary is like the major site of estrogen and progestin biosynthesis in non-pregnant premenopausal women. In pregnant women, the fetal placenta unit is the major source of what? Estrogens and progestins. Okay. So peripheral sites for this estrogen synthesis include things like what? The liver, the kidneys, the brain, the adipose tissues, skeletal muscles, the testes, sorry. Testes and adrenal glands secrete small amounts of progesterone. The amount of estrogens and progesterone synthesized peripheral account for just 10% or less of the whole estrogen concentration in the body. Okay, so naturally occurring estrogens and progestins are not orally active because they are rapidly metabolically inactivated. Okay, so the major site of this estrogen and progesterone metabolism is the liver. So both estrogen and progestins are actually subjective to first pass metabolism or first pass effect. Okay, then plasma proteins, they actually bind these estrogens and modulate estrogenic activity. More than 90% of estradiol in the bloodstream is what? Protein bound with the sex hormone. Okay, with the sex hormone binding globally, that's SHBG, being the major serum estrogen binding moiety. Okay, estrogens are bound to this what? Sex hormone binding globulin. Okay, estrogens are actually bind to the sex hormone binding globulins are biologically what? Inactivated because of their high binding affinity, while the estrogens that are bound loosely to the serum albumin are available for entry into tissues and are therefore biological active. Okay, progesterone in plasma is what? 89% protein bound. So this progesterone binds with a relatively high affinity to serum protein glucose steroid, corticosteroids, okay, binding globulin, and also to albumin. Okay, so I think with that, that's just an introductory class to what these natural estrogens and progestins. We'll talk much more on them, about 30 videos coming on it. So that's it.